So what is empowerment? In our research, we have found if you ask a number of people this question, you will find that their answers can differ greatly. However, does that mean they are all wrong? Or are they all right? Empowerment in recent years has been one of those buzzwords that is thrown around in business and organisations to empower employees. But is that all empowerment is, and what does it mean? Why is empowerment such a big word? The word empower is often used to describe the act of giving someone more confidence or control. As such, the word empower is a popular choice when naming organisations, companies or products. But does this mean empowerment is strictly for organisations, products, companies, or can it be applied to individuals as well? Surely if we are empowering our employees to feel strong and reliable and responsible for certain tasks in our business, then it is not unlikely to assume that empowerment extends one's individual life as well. So what is the difference between empowering people in an organisation versus an individual? When it comes to empowering employees for an organisation, it essentially means granting employees the autonomy to assume a more active and responsible role. This is accomplished by strengthening their sense of effectiveness as well as by sharing power, information and responsibility to manage their own work as much as possible. Whereas empowering an individual is more about personal empowerment. This means taking control of your life. True personal empowerment requires you to set meaningful goals to identify what you want from life and then take action to achieve those goals and have more impact over the world around you. People who are not empowered tend to lack control over what they do. So what is empowerment? It is the degree of autonomy and self-determination in people and in communities. This enables them to represent their interests as much as possible in a responsible and self-determined way, acting on their own authority. You could make the case that empowerment is made up of terms like independence, trust, participation, accountability, and responsibility. Authority or power given to someone to do something. So overall, empowerment promised more participation, responsibility, and independence. So what does it mean to empower someone? Empower means putting power into, and it can also mean bringing energy and enthusiasm out of. So the first step in empowering people is to refrain from doing anything that disempowers them or reduces their energy and enthusiasm for what they are doing. Arguably, being empowered can lead to better health. When you are self-empowered, you can get a lot of meaningful things done. In turn, you can become confident in yourself and healthier in mind and body. So all this sounds good. So are there any disadvantages of empowering people? In terms of business, while it can increase an employee's morale, the increased risks are: it takes more time to make important decisions. There may be decreased efficiency or productivity. It creates a blurred chain of command. In terms of personal empowerment, there are times when empowering someone who is not ready for it can backfire. They may not be good at making decisions. But is empowerment one of those things that we should strive to achieve within our organisation or as individuals? Or is there something else that we need to consider? A well-known American psychologist, Frederick Herzberg, once wrote, "It's the job of the manager not to light the fire of motivation, but to create an environment to let each person's personal spark of motivation blaze." Instead of thinking about how we can empower people, maybe we should think about how can we, as the manager of the firm, better understand what our employees really want. How can we make it clear what they do matters? How can we uncover what makes meaningful, interesting work for that person? And how can we illustrate what good enough looks like? These are some of the key questions we need to consider in general when talking about a business. Empowering someone may be a good idea in theory, but we don't want it to turn into a negative in practice. So what is empowerment? Empowerment as an underlining goal may be something that's important, but good leadership is really what allows empowerment of others thrive.